The waterfalls of Iguazu are one of the most impressive natural wonders on this planet. And close by, man has tamed the power of nature. From a wide expanse of nearly 3 kilometers, the water plunges down into the depths below, creating a thunderous roar amid the tropical scenery. The Rio Iguazu has its source in the Serra do Mar. On its 1,300-kilometer journey, it is fed by 30 tributaries. It approaches the abyss slowly, divides itself between several small islands, and is suddenly transformed into several mighty waterfalls. The water masses form many waterfalls that eventually unite in a deep canyon. The larger ones have names such as the Devil's Gorge and the Three Musketeers. Up to 80 meters above sea level, around 270 waterfalls form prior to reuniting in a pool below. Geologists believe that the division of the water in so many different sections is caused by the plateau's stone formations. Around 125 million years ago, volcanic rock exploded into a huge area and landed here. The volcanic lava and basalt stone are very robust and so able to withstand the force of the water. The locality is well organized, and each year millions of visitors make their way to the waterfalls along several wooden pathways. Here the play of color is quite magical. The reddish-brown water is transformed into white spray that sparkles in the sunlight in all the colors of the rainbow. Numerous Indian legends tell of the origin of the great water, as well as the myth of the chief's beautiful daughter Naipur. By canoe on the Rio Iguazu, Guarani warrior Karuba made off with his lover Naipur from the snake god Imbwa, who was also in love with Naipur. Imbwa struck the river angrily with his tail. The earth opened up, and a canyon was formed with the water nowhere else to go but down. Naipur was turned to stone, and Karuba was transformed into a tree. The Rio Iguazu rumbles through the rainforest and finally crashes down over rock walls into the depths below. It's a great climax to its long journey. It has been estimated that during the rainy season, 14,000 cubic meters of water a second pass over the falls. After 22 kilometers, the Rio Iguazu flows into the Rio Parana, the third largest major river of South America. Here, on the border between Brazil and Paraguay, one of the largest hydroelectric power plants on Earth was built. an architectural masterpiece. A gigantic construction that not only transformed the landscape, but also the lives of the people who once lived here. The Itaipu Dam, for which 20,000 Guarani Indians were relocated. Planning was begun in the 1960s, and following long and problematical construction, this mega-huge plant was inaugurated in 1984. The 13th of October 1982 is well remembered. It marks the day when 12 huge gates were finally added in order to secure the dam's retaining wall. It took 14 days for the river to reach the scheduled level of 100 meters. Excess water is drained via various channels. Tall tubes lead the water to the turbines. It's been calculated that around 40 times the entire water mass of the Iguazu Waterfalls passes through here. Each year, 18 generators produce about 75 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity, mainly to supply Sao Paulo and Minas Gerais in Brazil. A workforce of up to 30,000 took part in the creation of this gigantic project, and it's thought that the amount of concrete that was used in its construction would have been enough to rebuild the whole of Rio De Janeiro. Modern computer-operated control rooms form the heart of the complex. For visitors, it's difficult to believe that everything is controlled from here. The long walls with their many signaling and measuring devices look very futuristic. In such a massive technical complex, everything has to be strictly controlled, both day and night. Here there's reference to some of the dam specifications. Its length of almost 8 kilometers and height of 196 meters. Its cost, of course, was also extreme, around 18 billion US dollars. The room that contains the dam's 18 turbines is integrated into the main dam that is 968 meters long, 99 meters wide, and 112 meters high. Powered by Francis turbines, each one of the generators weighs an incredible 3,300 tons. In full operation, each generator produces a capacity of 715 megawatts. This in turn forces 645 cubic meters of water per second through the turbines. The Itaipu Dam and adjoining hydroelectric plant are indeed a remarkable architectural wonder of the 20th century. A force of nature tamed by man.